Hi everyone, it's Linnea, and today I'm starting my Valentine's Day video card series, and I'm going to be using the Winter in the Park stamp set from Lawn Fawn. I have a piece of Nina Solar White cardstock, and I've cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and I'm using my mini round ink blending tool and some antique linen distress ink. And usually this process is done over the Tim Holtz Ranger craft mat, but my mat that I have on my desk from We Are Memory Keepers is actually glass, so this will work the same way. I'm inking up my blending tool, and then I'm starting off the paper initially and bringing the distress ink in towards the middle of the paper. This way I don't have any streaks or any harsh lines. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to just clean up my work area with a baby wipe, and I'm going to use my T-square ruler and draw a line on the bottom of my card about a half an inch up from the bottom. That way my scene can lay straight. So I'm going to grab the park bench image, and I'm going to ink it up with the Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and I will stamp that in the middle of my distressed inked piece. And then next I'm going to be using my favorite stamp from this set. It's the Street Lamp set. And I just think this image in particular is so versatile. I'm going to use the same black ink, and I'm going to stamp it on either side of my bench image, and I'm going to try to make sure there's equal spacing on each sides of the bench. Next up, I'm going to use a little squiggly line, and I believe this is actually meant to connect the street lamps to each other or street lamp to the bench, but I'm going to use it for my balloon strings. And next, I have this die. It's called the Holiday Shapes die from Simon Says Stamp, and it cuts out 4 different sizes of hearts and stars. For this particular project, I only wanted the hearts, and I die cut some Simon Says Stamp red cardstock multiple times, so I would have multiples of each of the sizes. And I started arranging them on my balloon strings, and I thought that I needed one more string here, so instead of digging out my stamp set again, I just freehand drew a little line and a little bow to connect the balloon strings to the bench. I found these glue dots on Simon Stamp. They are the Glue Dot brand in the micro size, and I just thought they were perfect for adhering these little hearts or little sequins to your project. So I'm just picking some up with my tweezers, pushing them down my glue dots, and then adhering them to my card. And next I'm going to use my black marker pen to draw some little lines to connect the hearts, almost like they are little banners where bows would usually be. Next up, I'm going to be using Clark's ABCs stamp set, also from Lawn Fawn, and I've arranged the phrase I love you on my black. I'm going to ink it up with the black ink, and I'll stamp that in the center below my bench. I thought that I needed to fill in with a little more hearts, but the more red hearts that I use, it just got kind of overwhelming. So I'm using this little tiny heart image from the Love You Ton stamp set, and I'm using Memento Angel Pink ink, and I'm just going to fill in any empty spaces that I saw. So to match that ink, I have a piece of light pink paper, and this is just from a Die Cuts with a View paper pad that I had. Any pink paper will work here. And then I'm picking out a pattern paper from the My Mind's Eye Lost and Found blush collection. And I'm going to cut that down to cover the front of my card, so it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And then I just adhered all those pieces together, and I'm going to stick that down on front of a top folding but landscape style Nina Solar White card base. And I'm just using my Scotch HHG runner like I usually do. So I thought I would show you guys how to decorate the inside of your card. I think the inside should be just as pretty as the outside, but I usually don't film how I decorate the inside since it's simple. So I just started with a strip of the pattern paper that we used on the front of the card, and I adhered that at the top fold of the card, and then I used the Memento Angel Pink ink to ink up the sentiment I love you, and I never took that off my block, so it's the same one as we used on the front of the card. And I have a bunch of these leftover hearts, so I'm going to use my micro glue dots again, and I'm going to stick these down on either side of my sentiment. And that is the card for today. Thank you guys very much for joining on my Valentine's Day card series, and I hope you'll hop over to my blog for more Valentine's Day cards and more inspiration. Thank you. Bye.